Welcome everyone, this is Frostlight, and we're playing more Project Hospital. Last episode, we began treating a bunch of patients as we opened the clinic for use, and we made enough money and we completed enough objectives that we can think about expanding to a new floor and add the radiology department to our clinic. Now, before we do that, we need to create a section for elevators. I think that in this intersection of hallway, it would be a great place for a central elevator location for the clinic. It's likely we're going to need more than one elevator as foot traffic increases. But at the start, we won't be able to afford more than one elevator. So what we need to do is we need to start planning ahead. So if we decide that this is the elevator area, let's say around here, we need to envision where the rest of the elevators will be. I think we will expand them towards this direction, towards the northwest, and then because we have more room that way. So we have a row of 3 or 4 elevators this way. I think that'll be plenty for a small clinic. Honestly, it's probably a little excessive. Most clinics only have 1 or 2 elevators, but I think we can afford 3, maybe even 4. But let's start with the first one. So I think what we should do, we can still be in the emergency department because these will be just simply corridors. Ah, we have elevator planners. Excellent. Perfect. So we will use a corridor. Actually, let's begin with the foundations. We're going to want proceed with this corridor this way to the rest of the clinic. Perhaps it's not necessary yet. Let's proceed this way first. Okay. And then we can have, let's say, we'll leave 2 spaces for... Do we need to leave a space? No, because we'll continue this that way, so we can actually place the first elevator there, and the second can go right next to it, so we can add 2 more, place another one there for the future, and I think that will be excellent. Now for the time being, we will use the same walls that we use for the rest of the clinic. I think it was this one. Perfect. We will remove these walls. Then we will choose a flooring. And since this is a corridor, I believe we're using solid floors. Like that. I believe so, yeah. And then for the elevators, we could probably use some basic white tile. Actually, do we have shiny aluminum? Is it house line? I think that's what we were using for the doctor's offices. We could use this whole ceramic. No, that looks much like a bathroom. Oh, that looks pretty. That looks perfect. Just wipe that. Perfect. Now, let's go back to the planning. We can create elevator planning. Perfect. Continue the corridor. Excellent. Ah, I see. Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. We'll establish our first elevator here. I do believe this creates a wall. Okay. So what we could do is help our walls match. Perfect. And you can switch it like that. Excellent. And we'll also denote that this is a future area planned for another elevator. Now we will go upstairs to Avenue floor. We will not copy. Perfect. Now we will begin to change our color to left. We will be using these walls. That's the outside of the hospital. Now we will begin to use a different color because you are in radiology. So I think we have to start thinking about corridors. Here we can place small examination rooms, such as sonograms, that don't require very large machinery. So I think that's fair to place a corridor here. Now, radiology tends to have rather large machinery that take up a lot of space. For example, MRIs or CAT scans. As a result, we need to think very carefully about our use of space. That's why we will be switching to radiology. We'll create a corridor here. Elevator. We will need a restroom and a waiting room. I believe, yes, sonography is definitely a small place. I believe cardiography is also fairly small. Angiography, that may not require too much space, but the CT and the MRI definitely take up space. And the most important part is the X-ray room. That's kind of what you want radiology. I don't believe it takes that much room. Also, this reminds me, we forgot to put a clean closet in emergency. That's okay, we can add it later. That's actually something we can probably add in this general area, just a clean closet probably in the middle. Let's think. If we're gonna extend the corridor this way, we may want another corridor in this direction, which means we may actually want this waiting room right here in the middle, because this way it goes up to here, goes up to there. Yeah, we want a waiting room right here, so we will extend this corridor down here, down there to mimic the previous floor. which means we will want these walls here as well. Okay, well, at least everything is enclosed. Almost. There you go. Perfect. Really see better flooring. There you go. And using this for the corridors. Okay. Now let's create a waiting area. I do believe this has to be a little larger. We may have to create a corridor that goes this way and have, perhaps if we can, 2 rooms, 1 on each side. That may be a good idea, so let's think about that. Create a corridor there. Yes, and then we can have, if it needs to be 1 big room, then it will be 1 big room, but if it can fit 2, 1 to each corridor. Probably needs restroom and the like. Now let's come back here. Add this here. I think this waiting area probably should be about that big. I think that's good. I forget, do you need a reception area? No, you don't need a reception area for radiology. Okay. Waiting room. Here. And then we can start planning. We're gonna need at least 1 X-ray room. How big does it need to be? 5 by 5. How much do we have? We have 10. Actually, that's really good. How much do we have in this direction? Let's think. How big does this need to be? 5 by 5. 5 by 5. Okay, so these are all big rooms. CAG also needs to be 5 by 5. And RF is 5 by 4. Okay, so these 2 are the small ones. Everything else is rather big. We have 16 tiles in this direction. Perfectly even on this side, so we can have 2 per side. So we have to think about dividing 16 into how many? We need at least 5, which means we need 5 times 30 is 15. We will be 1 short. But that's okay. I think it's okay if I think it's okay to have... Let's plan this out. Let's do this. Let's plan a CT room. Let's have both the CT room and the MRI room have an extra tile. 6 by 5. Perfect. Then a CAG room. And we'll reserve this one, we'll leave it be. We don't know what sort of test we're gonna need more of. We know we're at least gonna need 2 of these because they're extremely frequent. We know we're gonna need 1 of each, and who knows what else we may need. And on this side, we definitely want a sonograph unit. We're gonna put it at the end. It's gonna be a 6 by 4. Cardiography, so also 6 by 4. I believe we're gonna need more sonograms, so we're probably... I'm fairly certain we're gonna need at least 1 more. We can place restrooms here. And I believe we can put a... Yeah, we can put a cleaning closet right in the middle. Perfect. Ah, we don't have a common room, that's the problem. We could put a common room here, but... This waiting room seems rather large, but trust me, this is gonna get used a lot. Because if this is the only floor for radiology for the entire hospital, it's gonna get occupied rather frequently. Now, I think what we could do to remedy this is we go to the floor below and we add some foundation. Let's think where we want this foundation. I think we're going to want it here for another trauma room. And we'll extend this right there. Now this will not be used yet. We're not going to build another trauma room because we just don't have the money. But in the future we can expand this to another trauma room whenever we need. And what's more important, we will be able to use it for the upper floor. Let's switch back. I believe for this we use perfect. And then for this, you will simply using this. And I suppose that means you can destroy this since it's not hurting any. And for the floors, using this. Is it good to use? Yes, perfect. And we'll also be using one of these, I believe. We will place the marker in the meantime. Not finished. We will extend this corridor to here. In fact, honestly, we should probably just cut this corridor in half, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now that we've finished planning this ahead of time, we can switch back to radiology, go up the floor. Now we can plan a common room here and extend this corridor to there. Now we can expand this thing here. Oh, we need foundation. Right, correct. Indeed. That. Did we use full wood in the previous one? We did. Perfect. This. That. What sort of just a plain white door? Okay. A plain white door. Alright. Okay. Now I do believe with this we do have pretty much every room. Obviously we're not gonna build like any of these. But we're gonna build this one, this one, this one, and this one. I would like to have a sonogram. Sonogram would be excellent. But I don't think we have the money. But we'll see, maybe. And also, obviously, the reception. So let's start with that. Well, we're gonna need a wall. Now let's think. What are we gonna use for these other? Well, this we don't know, so we'll leave it there. Would we ever use light wood? No. Well, maybe for this one. Sure. We'll do that. Oh, the aluminum panel. I remember those. I could use that one for cardiology, perhaps. Yeah, I can look. Now let me see. Okay, so we're going on a very heavily like woody theme, so let's use a little bit of tile. And this one you can see inverse. There you go. And this one we have using this. Closing off. Doors. Doors are kind of very important. These are mostly fine. So let's put one in the middle, and then for these two, which are a little bigger, we can put a double bar. Good, 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 good. Now let's go back to here. We'll have an info TV. We can have one there. One there. We can have a here, there. Oh, how unfortunate it's no yellow. That's okay, we can use white. White looks good on yellow. Let's think of that. Some water. This should be on a table. Perhaps a small coffee table. I remember seeing some of those. Okay, square glass here. Perfect. Now let's add some decorations before we finish with the benches. Oh, I love this one. It's lovely. Perfect. Now let's go back to the benches. One here, one there, there, and there, and we can place one there. And we go place a chair. And we can make this. And we haven't even for another bench. Okay, so that's 14 people. I think that could be okay. Only one way in, which may be a little annoying, but overall I think it's a lovely, lovely reception area. Now, let's work. First of all, let's take this out of the way so we don't forget. Well, I'm a little low money. Maybe we'll leave this for later. Let's activate one of these first. Let's start with the floor. just a light wooden floor, so let's do that. Let's think about this one. Perfect. We can leave this one on board. There was a tile. I think that looks great. I think it's lovely. What about this? That's okay as well. It's okay. Okay, that's alright. Now let's think about this again. The important thing is the X-ray, which, oh, it's rather large, yes. Alright. This one needs to be close somewhere. Oh, we'll go back to that later. Oh, we just don't have money. Okay, alright. That's good to know. Yeah, I had a fear that this would be extremely expensive, but that's okay. What we'll do is we will let this play for a little bit. There you go. And we will just go and accumulate more money. Oh, I'm so sorry. We just hired more people. Alright, we're switching shifts. I think I may switch your doctor so that, yeah. You. So that you don't end up waiting forever for no reason. Let's speed this up a little bit. Perfect. Now let's figure out what's wrong with you. Oh. Oh my. Right, because you don't have the specialty. We will need... Alright, I think this is the time where we would have to either choose or you would have to send the patient away. We don't have the ability at the moment. We don't have anyone with differential diagnosis on the night shift. We don't have a medical laboratory, so I think the correct thing to do should be to send them treat it. Normally, if this was a patient that just got here, I may take a chance. Since it's a patient that has been waiting for a long time, they've seen 2 doctors, and they have not been diagnosed yet. I'm gonna send them to our hospital. I'm very sorry, but this is just very normal in a small clinic. Uh, Small clinics tend to not have the resources or the personnel to diagnose everything, much less to treat everything. I think there's definitely no shame in that. It is simply doing the best with the resources available, and we are the ones transporting them to our hospital, so that's good for us. We have a okay, cool. So they're gonna use the ambulance. I guess that's technically not an emergency. Now we will pass the night shift. This is a very normal night shift in a small clinic like this. It's very rare to get more than 1 patient. What do you have? Aha, no, tonsillitis. Okay, we're gonna straight for that. Physical ear. What's your nasal cavity? We don't need a temperature to. I mean, you have a fever, so I guess. Oh, you know it's viral. Excellent. Good. Perfect. I'm gonna allow the doctor to keep doing these unnecessary examinations. Their discomfort is very low. This doesn't bother the patient that much, but it gives experience to the doctor, and we want this doctor to just get a bit more training. If the patient doesn't mind just, a few extra examinations, this is very helpful for building experience on the medical professional. And we have a new patient. What is your problem? Fatigue. And chill, so it's likely to be some sort of, yes, lung, perhaps, or infection. Could be a lot of things. Alright, so let's think with thorax, nasal, chest, physical. Let's take the temperature. If they have chills, they're likely to have fever, so let's take the temperature to confirm. They have a fever, they're likely to have some sort of inflammation. Inflammation can help narrow down the type of illness. Ah, we know it's bronchitis. Perfect. Wow, what a great doctor. Alright, you're a four. Are you a 4-star doctor, or are you already interned? A 3-star doctor. You're doing pretty well. More a few extra examinations. They're not very invasive. Excellent. Now morning comes. Oh, what do you have? Oh, interesting. You're being sent for a heart monitor. Oh yeah, that could be a lot of things. Do we have a doctor I can do? differential? No, you don't. Alright. Alright, so... I think I will transfer you. Well, that's annoying. Right, because you are considered to be part of hospitalization, not part of clinic. In which case, the doctor can do differential. Oh, is it being done? It is. Perfect. Excellent. It didn't work though. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to send you to another hospital. Oh, you have broken something, probably. Yep. Sorry, another hospital. We don't have traumatology. Regretfully. Oh, you're gonna need to get differential diagnosed, I believe. Oh no! Oh, good job, doctor. Excellent job. We have almost no people waiting. That's very good. Even during the peak rush hour of the daytime. That means we definitely don't need to add any more doctor's office. All we need to do is just slowly make a little bit of money every day. Just to get to the... Well, it's kind of hard, but we'll get there. If we do treat 20 patients per day, we'll get a big bunch of money, and we'll be able to open radiology, which will get us even more money. And we are taking in more patients because of a nearby renovation. So that's helping us achieve our goals. I wonder how many patients per day we're doing. Oh, that's very good. We're very close. Only 2 more patients. Could be easy peasy. What do you have? Back pain. Oh, that's be a lot of things. Oh, very good. Oh, scoliosis. Right away. Nice. Oh, that's gonna be 19 patients. What do you have? Cough. Pharyngitis. We have very good doctors here. That should be your 20th patient. Oh, and perfect. Now we have a lot of money. That's very good. We could even open another trauma room, but we're not even using this one, so I don't think that's necessary. Instead, let's finish our X-ray room. Now, let's think about this. Cabinet equipment. Normally there will be some sort of radiology shielding, and we can add it for realism's sake. We can add a bit of wall division. I think we should, if we have the money. We can add a bit of this, I think. Well, shielding would be, let's put the shielding here. And we can put it this way. Sure. So let's continue with this. Now this is the X-ray control panel, so this person needs to be shielded. The equipment cabinet. The PC. Ah, no, so this needs to be over here. So there, so the... Okay, so we'll put this desk moment, we'll get there. Okay, let's select the PC. Perfect. We'll need the X-ray here, which will be existing here. We can actually put this here, and we could add a bit of extra shielding, cover the other side. Like this, and we'll do like perfect. So now we have shielding against both of these, that's where the operator will be operating. And this is basically working. Now we should add a little bit of decoration to prevent people from feeling a little too sad. No, it's incorrect. Plant there. It's probably gonna get irradiated. You wouldn't have this in a normal place, but oh, we can put it there, I guess. Same thing. I'll have that there. Oh, I'm gonna have a look at it. Yeah, that's adorable. And then we can have a oh, I see. We can have a first aid kit there. Oh, lovely flower. I think that looks much nicer than a cactus. There you go. Oh, that's lovely. Perfect. Excellent. These will count as a very nice environment. Could this work there? Oh, that looks even better. Perfect. So you can activate this while looking at what you're doing. Okay, perfect. So this should basically, yeah, we can just open it. Now we should have the restrooms and the common room ready. So what we will do is, we'll first of all check what kind of tiling we have. Just normal white tiles. Perfect. These, I believe. Were those ones you want to use? One there. I think so. Yes, I believe so. And here, what do we use? Oh, just pure tile. Pure, yeah, these, exactly. Now we'll do that. Now for the janitor, we will be using... we could use this. I think that would be fine. That's very janitory. And for this, for the sonogram, I think it's very fancy for sonogram, and I approve. And then for cardigan, we use both of these. No, we didn't use any of these. We used the light wood. Okay, we can use the dark wood here then. Okay. Now the flooring. So these went that way, and this will go that way. For these, we will be using very dark tile. No, that looks terrible. Is that the ones we used here? I believe so. Fully colored medium tile. But these ones, oh, those are the ones that match there, though. I also matched that, so I don't mind the repeat. And then for here we have a laminate flooring. It's hard to tell how that looks, huh? That's the one we used earlier, so let's change it up a bit. Panel, is that the shiny? I think that may be the shiny, yes, the shiny. Yellow road, no. Dark colored tile. Oh, that's the one we're using outside. Black floor. Let's try some colored tiles, perhaps. That's okay, actually. I don't mind this at all. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Okay. So now all we're missing is the doors, which for these I would use a restricted area. That seems reasonable. Then for the bathroom, I believe it's a plain white door. Yes, we did. Then for these, oh, these are for X-ray. Ah, this is the X-ray door. Okay. Okay. I think these all should have that. I think that should be the norm. Yeah, I think that should be the norm. Okay. And then, which means let's probably do this, and this. Now, normally this would not be strictly necessary on all the other rooms, only for X-rays, and perhaps it would be adequate for these two. But I think it makes sense aesthetically just have them all over. It's technically a little overzealous, but it's fine. Now let's finish the bathrooms. We were gonna do this and do this. Perfect. Now the doors that we used were these. I think what I'll do is I'll move this one so I can put a waste basket, because that is important. There we go. Oh, we should put trash bin here as well. Yes, that would be important. I think this can die. This here. A trash can. Look at that. That's okay then. Here. Okay, now sink. There. And dryer. Okay. I think that works. Now for you, you need a shelf. Put two, you need a bucket cart. On that, and which reminds me, I forgot to add a cleanest possible. But what we can do is open the foundations. And since we know this is going to continue this direction, we can have a little closet here. Which we can... We have it in closet? Oh no, it's radiology. There you go. What are we using for this? Ah, yes, those styles. Which were these? Yep. Not these. Okay, and for the flooring, we're using the medium. Okay. Now the door, we use the don't restricted area. Now here, we'll add a couple of shelves, a couple of carts, and the lab sink. Well, actually, I think this is the lab sink. There we go. Perfect. And what we will do is we'll hire a janitor. Okay, we'll hire a really good daytime. And also hire a good gift shop vendor. Manager. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I think we'll save you for being a manager, and we may save you for a gift shop. We'll see. Honestly, you're not that great. You're really good at cleaning, so I think I'll hire you for the night shift. And now let's start hiring people for radiology, and we'll be able to open the department. Let's start with the janitors. We do want a very good daytime janitor and a good night. Oh, you're a good manager. I guess so. Okay, now radiologist. 42. Yeah, we want you. And we want you. Oh, right, we forgot the staff room. Right. Right. Now, let's do. Let's start with the dining table. Put it there. Okay. Put a fridge here. coffee machine. So that's in here. Oh, you don't want that. You want the counter. Right. Kill that. This is what we want. Okay. Makes sense. Machine. Oh. Okay. Well, that's nice. A little bit better. Suppose we can add a decoration to make this place a nice. Probably do the same down there. Try to have a nicer. Oh, we do need a trash can. Trash can. Perfect. I think that's quite well. Alright, I think we've finished our radiology. Let's see if we can... we want to open the medical laboratories. Yes, this is our next objective. After this, we will definitely want to open a medical laboratory. Now let's look at the night shift. Now hopefully we'll be able to at least diagnose many more of those fractures that we've seen that we had to send elsewhere. We'll be able to determine something is a contusion or a fracture. Even though we may not be able to treat it because we don't have traumatology or orthopedic, at the very least we'll be able to have a full diagnosis. Ah, see? Perfect. Just in time. Let's follow Mary Young. She's getting an x-ray. Perfect. Follow her. So now we know she has a contusion. That's something we can treat. Our daily needs. Okay. Good to know. Bandage, numbing ointment, analgesics. Perfect. Oh, just in time. We opened radiology just in time. There's a leg problem. Now let's wait and see. Another contusion. Perfect. You have a chest contusion or broken ribs. We're gonna find out because we're gonna x-ray you. And what do you have? It was a contusion. Pharyngitis. Oh wow, I love this. Our triaging nurse is so good. It's pretty much a given that this man has pharyngitis because she was such good at asking questions, taking notes. The doctor can just glance and be like, "Oh yes, there's no doubt this is pharyngitis." That's why you need triaging in your hospital. A good nurse or administrative personnel can make a massive difference if their information taking skills are well developed and experienced. Well, I think now that it's the morning, we can pause for a moment, go up, and take a look at our new floor of radiology. It's mostly empty, but it functions. We have x-ray. We will be likely adding a sonogram soon, and perhaps an MRI. That would be, well, we have a lot of money, so we may need an MRI. However, I do believe our next objective for the next episode is going to be to go another floor up and inaugurate our medical laboratories. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Also, make sure to subscribe if you want to know the next episode. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.